Hey everyone, how you doing? So we've been in Vöcklamarkt for about 2 months and it was time I found a place to live. One of the big problems, however, is that it's all Airbnbs and stuff like that. I couldn't find any place cheap. But I said, think creatively, and look what we found. Hotel to roller off. $57 a night. Translate that into pounds, 41.5 pounds per day, times 30, 1,245 pounds a month. We make 1.4 thousand pounds a week. And even after your crazy European taxes, my goodness, you people pay a lot in taxes. We still have plenty to afford it. So we're in. We have moved in, and check it out. This place is the best. Looks like an inn from a role-playing game. Isn't this amazing? Look at this. It gets even better. Look at my room. Green and gold, same as the club colors. It couldn't be any better. Swimming pool. You can go to swimming in the water when it's a day off and stuff. Little bridge over nothing. Look at the dining hall. This is amazing. And this is the view from my room. Mountains. In German, that's Berg. I'm learning German. Look at this little onion dome church and stuff. Bright green room. I feel like I'm in a forest when I'm asleep. Here it is from the outside. They have snow sometimes. Look at the overhanging balcony. Little baby windmills. I can't find the mother and father windmills, but yeah. And then a fake bird. See right there? It's kind of camouflaged and kind of hidden. And then look at this. Isn't this incredible? Doesn't it look like something? I'm thinking of a particular role-playing game in specifically that it reminded me of as soon as I saw it, and that's what I'm actually going to call it. Especially if you go inside, here it is. I mean, this is an inn from a role-playing game. It's absolutely awesome. And this is the game I'm thinking of right here, Daggerfall. If you haven't played Daggerfall, you can download it for free. Let me fix this little view there. You can download it for free. It's like the predecessor. It is the predecessor to Skyrim. It's Elder Scrolls 2. An amazing game, one of the first open world games out there. And playing and seeing this in, I'm like, that's it. So we're calling it Hotel Daggerfall. And check out the commute. Here it is. So I couldn't find any place in Vöcklamarkt, which is up the top here. So it involves a little bike ride. Here's the hotel down here in the bottom of the map. But check out this bike ride through the woods and the fields and everything. 35 minutes, 10 kilometers, and I am totally ready to go once I get to work. This is amazing. And it gets even better over here. Look at this. I think this is the Mediterranean. I'm not sure. I thought it was kind of bigger. But you can go swimming. It's only about, 6-7 kilometers maybe to the water and stuff like that. Couldn't be happier. So we have a place to live, but in this episode, we're going to square off against the toughest team in the league. We've been given impossible odds. We'll talk about our results. We'll check out on the Leodamus experiments. A lot of things to catch up on. I hope you'll stick around for the episode. Hello everybody, welcome back to Walkabout Europe. Now that we're settled into a place to live, let's jump back into the club stuff. A lot has happened since we were last together, and let's start by taking a look at the results. When we were last together, it was the end of August. We've now played through all the matches of September. It is early October, October 8th. Our results have been meh. I mean, after we won 1-0 in our opener, we followed that up with a nice 2-0 win. Again, Benjamin Tafner scoring a couple of goals there. That was looking pretty good. Then our goals just dried up and we lost twice, 1-0. And I think that really kind of sums up the position is that our defense is okay. Our offense hasn't been that good. But I made some changes in the next match. We're down 2-1 at the halftime. We erupted for 4 second half goals to pick up a 5-1, 5-2 victory, which was a huge leap forward for us. This guy right here, Mark Lowe, is an interesting story of his own. 17 years old, I picked him up literally an hour before the transfer deadline ended, and I have a story about the transfer deadline I need to tell you as well. It's a sad story, a tragedy, really. But anyway, that's for a later moment in time. But Mark Lowe, 17 years old, in our under 18s, we had 2 right wingers. One of them got hurt. The other one was playing like crap. So I said, what the heck? So I threw this guy out there on his senior debut at 17, 2 goals, 2 assists, and leads us to a 5-2 victory. One of the goals, absolutely sublime, fantastic goal. So He's starting again today. We'll see what he can do. So maybe Mark Lowe is the story of a rising star here. We will find out, although one match does not make a star for sure. We then followed that up with a 0-0 draw against SC Karlsruhe, where they played us off the pitch. Now, in our 2 1-0 losses, we actually had pretty good XG, but the 0-0 one, we just didn't even belong on the same pitch with them. Then we followed that up with 2-0 loss to Sturm Graz in the ÖFBB second cup round. They sit 2 leagues above us in the top league in Austrian football. We were never in that one, and I kind of played some of our second stringers in a couple spots because we were tired after consecutive matches in short time. So that leaves us all. If we look at that, we sit in 6th place. Now, we do have a match in hand over the 4th and 5th place teams. If we were somehow to win today, we would jump up into the top 3rd or 4th teams, perhaps, which is pretty good. However, today we are facing Wolfsberger, the team with a £6 million budget. They are the sub-team, the junior team for the team in the senior league. So they 1-4 drawn there. They've given us impossible odds. So I'm not all that confident we're going to get a win today, but we will talk about that match as we get closer. I do have a story to tell you. I've learned something. And actually, it's something I already knew, and this lesson comes from Old Lady Plays. If you haven't watched her channel, she is a master at Football Manager, literally a Shakespeare with a football team. I highly recommend it. The link will down below. One of her tips that she always mentions is read the league rules. And I've learned that, so I read the league rules. What she doesn't mention is that you shouldn't ignore them, though, and that's kind of what I did. Let me explain. So, transfer deadline's coming up, right? And we're selling a couple players. I'm trying to save some wiggle room and finances in the budget and everything. And we're getting close to the deadline. I've got about 500 pounds left. And I got a couple players that I'm thinking, okay, these might work. But then I'm like, nah, I'm just going to wait to sign some free agents after the transfer deadline ends, right? Because in England, you can generally sign free agents at any time in the year. We're in the Czech Republic. You can sign free agents at any time in the year. I just assumed that's the way all the leagues worked. I actually went in and read the rules for the league too. It didn't mention that you could do that, but I just said, what? It's probably right. But no, it wasn't wrong. The transfer deadline is a hard deadline. We can sign nobody until January 1st. And 20 of our 30 matches, 20 of our 28 matches are before the next transfer deadline, because the back half of the schedule is pretty light. So the team we've got right now is pretty much the team we're using, even though we've got 500 valuable pounds left over that I really wanted to pick up a striker, another winger, maybe a midfielder, and definitely a center back with. And I had some players in on trial that we were looking at, but it ain't going to happen. So there you go. Read the rules and pay attention to them. That should be really the full lesson that I just didn't comprehend from Old Lady Plays. And by the way, the link to her channel is down below. If you want to see someone who is absolutely amazing at the game, unlike me, that's the person to go watch. She is fantastic. But you may be asking, how is our Leodemus experiment going? Let's take a look at Dieter Jensen. He's doing okay. His rating's up to a 6.64 in the league, which is good. The match after we played, the next match, he had an over-the-top pass for an assist, his first assist of the year. It's the only one he's gotten, pretty much still starting. Interestingly enough, his technical ratings, I believe, have gone down, but I think that's because we haven't done much technical training, so I'm trying to change that. Some of his mental and physical, some of his mental ratings have gone up. Altogether, it's kind of a wash. But the story on Dieter Jensen's not a 2-month story. This is a 2-year story. So we are just in chapter 2 right now. Long way to go in this story. He will start today as well and has been starting. He's overcoming a little bit of an injury, but he's going to start anyway. He's ready to go. And you might be wondering about Ugun Uger, our 6'6" watch salesman. I got a new Fitbit. Really cheap deal. Yeah. He's got about 30 minutes so far. He hasn't got a goal. He got a hat trick and a friendly, though, which is pretty cool. I'm a little bit concerned about him because he doesn't really have a lot of speed. And sole target man, it doesn't seem like as a sole target man, he's able to kind of carry the load. So I think if we had 2 strikers up top, he might be a little bit more valuable. But he will be the backup substitute striker on the bench today for our striker here. And that, I think, actually is part of the problem, is our strikers. I wanted to get another starting striker because Benjamin Taffner is kind of a problem. We're pretty inconsistent offensively. We're a good defensive team, but offensively, we're just not scoring the goals we need to. And the problem here, I think, with Taffner is, one, he's 30 years old, so he's not getting any better, right? His numbers are pretty good, but he's got that dreaded inconsistent mark. God, I hate that mark, especially in strikers. You know that mark, it means that he's going to get 2-3 goals one match, and then he's not going to get a goal for like 4 matches. And if we look at his form, that's kind of what he's done. He's gotten, here we go back at 6.4, 6.2 in the recent matches, then a 7.3 with a goal. Yay! 6.4, 6.4. So 4 crappy performances out of 5, then a 7.9 with 2 goals and a 7.5 with 1 goal. So it's kind of that kind of thing. It's like hot and cold with mostly cold. I hate that in a striker. I would much rather have someone putting in a goal a match or a goal every 2 matches and things like that rather than have them in clumps like this. So I think we have a lot of strikers on the bench, Mark Lowe and stuff like that. We might have to try to manufacture a striker from what we've picked up in our youth team so far, some projects down there. We did get a good midfielder at the last minute too. We got this guy, Julian Halwax, in on loan. I almost didn't take him because I thought maybe I can get someone as a free agent. I am so glad I did because we really needed the help in midfield. He will start today. The home team has been grumbling at me because I haven't been playing him in his desired role, which is a mezzala. So we're going to try that today and see how it works. But I'm a little bit concerned that he's a little bit better in some other roles, I think. But anyway, there is that. Lastly, I do have some news. We have not been able to get a license, haven't been able to ask for it again. Then our finances went insecure because our finances, we are £200,000 in debt. They went insecure for about 3 or 4 days. Then whatever happened, they thought they were secure again. I mean, we really didn't make any money, so I don't quite know what's going on with that. But they're okay, and it popped up the option to ask the board for a coaching license again. I just did that like an hour ago, so maybe I'll play ahead at the end of this match and see if we can get into school for our A license, National A, which would be really cool. Enough said, though. Oh, I should mention, lastly, a quick update. Fitness is going really well. Our new circle is about 110 miles, and my weight's down 3.5 pounds. The whole not eating after 8 o'clock, trying to cut out some of the junk food. 1/3 exercise, 2/3 in the kitchen is the old weight loss adage. So maybe that's starting to hold. I'm going to see how it lasts for another week. If we lose another half pound, get under that 210-pound mark, that would be pretty nice. So we'll talk about a big fitness update on Tuesday, though, as we look at the walking. Super cold here this week. Today was our warmest day, and it was -13. And that's not even with the wind chill. I think it's like -20 with the wind chill. And that's the warmer day. Yeah. But anyway, I wonder. Let's jump in and get this match started. We're playing Wolfsberger. They are a hamburger full of toughness here. Now, I was debating this, and I didn't know whether to go with our 4-1-4-1, really conservative. But we're playing at home, and to be the best, you got to kind of beat the best. And I've been thinking about Tottenham. And I'm thinking, nah, we're not going to park the bus. We're going to play the game and see how we do. Even if we lose, I'd rather lose this way. But I'm not going to play that 4-1-4-1 kind of ball and just kind of sit on it. Plus, when we do that, it's just not real. So we're going with our regular formation, 4-1-2-3. We will go balanced to start out. We're playing at home. We're going to try out Lowe out as an inside forward on the right, where he scored 2 goals in his debut. Jensen, the Leo Demis experiment, will be playing ball-winning midfielder on defense. Other than that, we got Halwax, our new loanee, as on a central midfielder, and our inconsistent, streaky, aggravating Tafner up at striker. We'll see how he does. I think I have to have a quicker hook with him, which means we may see Ogun Uger, the 6'6" watch salesman, in as a substitute. Let's get this started. I'll see you out on the pitch once I talk to the lads before we go. Alrighty, we are underway here at home. Looks like we've been running about 400 fans per match so far, which is not very good. I think it's like $2 a ticket. I think a season ticket is $30 or something. We don't make any money. I don't know what's going to happen. So they've got a shot so far leading off, but it's been a rather dry start. I do have a question for you for our tactical wizards. How would you play? How would you approach roles? And any tips you could give me for a sole target man striker? Like if we wanted to put Ogun Urger up top, how might we do that? Well, this looks dangerous. Ball's flying around here. What's going on? A highlight. Tennert boots it out over the top. Tafner onto it. What's he going to do? He's going to lose the ball. Looks like he's having one of his bad days. Just about a 2/3 chance here. Egger. We got that. Sends him backwards. Off to the side. This is going to be a cross. Get over. Nice. Okay. Looks like a marvelous day here in Austria. I didn't realize you could see that we were so close to the mountains. We're actually only a 3.5-hour drive away from Neuschwanstein. Not that far away from Munich, which we have reached to. We have reached Munich already in our fitness update. So a German move after this club could be very possible. Whoops, I'm not paying attention to the game. I'm just talking. Shouts, encourage. Yeah. So Tafner dropped down to a 6.6 already. Lowe out on the right side as an inside forward, not having happy times out there. our whole idea of playing a strong match here. I like maybe Nicholas Pertwise is from a specific. No, I'm not going to specifically mark him. Picked up Zirk in front to Tafner. It's in. We're up. Oh, Tafner maybe having one of his good days. The moody Tafner Benjamin. Check it out. Who was the assist from? Scherf. He has looked pretty good out on left wing. We got a guy who technically, that's Zirk, our left back, our young 20-year-old left back. We have a lot of youth on this team. That's the other thing. I'm hopeful that we might play into our team a little bit because we just have a lot of young kids. I mean, we have, I think, 3 teenagers and a 20-year-old in our starting 11 today. So Tafner over the top, flips it on to nobody. Kirkalik, another man with many consonants. In a part of the world that likes their consonants. This seems like our right back got out of position. It's going to be a tie. Oh, bar and over. Football gods might be shining on us today. Jensen, by the way, has been hurt. He looks like he's running out of gas already, so I'm not sure how much longer we're going to get out of him today. Where's Tauschman going? Tauschman is I really wish we had another right back. I had to sell the other right back who was unhappy. Low, breaking in. 17-year-old. Does not lack ambition, that boy. Long shot's a 5, but he had an amazing long shot in his debut to score. We're going to get to halftime. Up. That would be a good way to go. Jensen doing pretty well. 6.7 at halftime. Oh, this feels dangerous. Tie game. I'm calling it right now. Wagner's never miss. See? Damn it. What can you do? It's a good free kick. Don't give him a free kick there. Top left corner. Ugh. Yeah, that's how you kick him in, huh? Skip. That's okay. I would take a draw from this. I would take a draw even though we're at home. Okay. Lots to do here. What was the XG? I missed it. I'm not sure how to look that up, actually. Okay, I know a lot of you would be keen to avenge what happened last time. Well, I'll go through this and then come back. We'll come out for the second half. I realize this is kind of getting repetitive. All right, we fired him up. Here we go in the second half. The only thing I did was I slowed down the pace for our passing, and we're going to try to pass into space to see if we might be able to sneak something over the top here. I think Hassan Hutel, sometimes I feel like it works if you slow down the pace when they're struggling there. Corner to us. And there it goes. Yes! Lightinger, our center back, Loney, the 19-year-old, one of our teenagers, bashes it in. Oh, right now we have very simple set pieces, which is just our 2 biggest central defenders on the right far post, and then just kick it to them, and they kick it in. We'll take that. Let's skip ahead. Nice. Happy. And they're going to get it back. Oh, damn that. Wagner again. Over the bar. Okay. Come on, boys. Let's keep it up. Our midfielder's still struggling. You know, they told me I have to play him as a Mizala, but I'm not liking him as a Mizala like this. We're going to do this. Switch him up. Yeah. That worked really well. Halwak scored when I had him central midfielder attack, and Hassan Hutel plays better as a Mazala on the right. Look at that. They went up already. Oh, nope, they didn't. Okay. 67. Wow, time's flying along here. We should make some subs. I'm going to think for a second, and we'll be right back. All right. First sub is in. Out goes Dieter Jensen, the Leo Demis experiment. And in comes Linebacker, which is a great name for this weekend. Linebacker comes in as our ball-winning midfielder. I was just going to slow the game down. Is this going to be a long throw? Touch hammer. Kicks it back. Ford in front. Damn it. Angry. Set pieces. Killing us here. That's the bane of like the semi-pro team. It's really hard to practice these. You just don't have a lot of time. Wow, that's pretty. We should have stopped that cross in. Let's skip ahead to that. Okay, so that takes that whole idea. Well, Lightinger is out of gas. He has a natural fitness of a gerbil. So, oops. What are we doing here? We need to make some plays. I'm going to think for a second a little bit more too. Alrighty. Okay, we've made a sub. We're going out with our right winger, taking out Lowe, who is running out of gas on a 6.4, and Lerner comes in on the right-hand side. He has been hot and cold as well. I'm a little bit nervous about a center back who's run out of gas. Lightinger, the guy who scored a goal. Time ticking down here. We need to make one more sub, though. 88 minutes. Scherf is out of gas on the left. I'm going to think. I'm tempted to bring in Ogun Erger for his YouTube debut. But Kokolari out on the left might be the more logical move. I'm going to think for a second. Okay, we're playing Kokolari. Oh, we're in the middle of a highlight. I didn't even know that. What the heck? Oh, no. Yes, Hallwalks has it. We're breaking. Over the top to Tafner. Tafner. Oh, that was the game. But we have a corner. I took off pass. We're making a sub here. Kokolari comes in. 4 minutes to go, and we're going positive here. I'm pushing it up a little bit. Wow, Hallwalks is completely out of gas. God, well, we don't have anything. We can't do anything. I mean, the left winger was out of gas too. 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Let's get a goal here. That's going to be it, isn't it? Full time. But, okay, I'm going to take the positives out of this one, right? Because we were given impossible odds, and we were just a little outplayed there in terms of XG. So I am going to go, everybody thought we'd get beaten today. Well done for proving them wrong. Great result. Yeah, we need to bring up the motivation on this one for sure. So I'm going to pause the game. I'm going to pause the recording now. I'm going to play ahead a little bit and see if I can get a result. Actually, maybe I'll have the conversation with the board so you can all be witness to how mean and nasty they can be to us. 5th place, 11 points. I'll take that after 7 matches, considering that was a hard match. And we have played the first place team as well. So yeah, okay. And we're getting there. I think we're work in progress. It's going to get better as the season goes along, too. Do we have that email already? Handle given free transfer. Egger given trees for board repon. Okay, here we go. At this time, we're unwilling to grant your request. However, despite the board's initial rejection of your request, we are willing to listen if you believe you can put forward a compelling case for it. Rejected. Discuss with board. Let's go. Come on in with me. Welcome, Zilla. We understand that you would like to discuss your recent request. I think it would be beneficial for the club to allow me to take a coaching course to further my skills. It has not gone unnoticed that we're certainly on our best run of form that we can easily be considered a good season. We'd be delighted to grant your request. Yes, thank you, Mr. Reinhard Kerpel. You're my favorite owner right now. This concludes the meeting. We're going back to school to get our National A license. How awesome is that? So that's not too bad. I think that's a pretty good episode there, huh? So we end up in 5th place, which is, we're supposed to be mid-table, so we're outperforming things a little bit. We played a tough team to a 2-2 draw. Felt like that was a good up and down match. Got some players coming along. Yeah, things are looking up here. We will be back for our next match. I'm probably thinking we're going to go maybe end of November, about a month and a half or so. I'm trying to get like 4 or 5 episodes in for there. We'll go through so like 6, 7 matches, come back for Deutschland. Oh, this is a cool name, by the way. I was looking at this one. Deutschland's Burger. So German burgers. That's cool. So we'll be back for the German burgers game for sure, unless something else big happens or something like that. Take care, everybody. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. Stay safe. And we'll see you in the next episode.